Hey, my lovely breadwinners. Welcome back to another video. I wanted to tell you guys that none of these videos would be possible if you didn't allow me to take imperfect action every day. Some days I get on here, my hands, I just finished cleaning out my sink and it was filthy dirty in my kitchen. And I've got, I washed my hands, but I still got that feeling like I just did the dishes. And you guys make that possible for me just to show up authentically all the time. Even if I don't turn my camera on, there will be a time where you guys are going to demand, like, we need to see your face. But if I can just keep turning out content that helps you guys, then it's just a home run for both of us. So I want to commend you guys for just accepting me to show up imperfectly. And imperfect action is really a big part of this KDP journey that no one is talking about. I don't know why we have to be polished all the time. We don't, right? But the cool thing about publishing your own books is the interior, the manuscript, the cover, like a lot of those things you've chosen to have control over. So it's never end game. It's never over, right? So I launched my book 2 days ago, The Radical Authenticity Guide in Life and Business. I launched so imperfectly. I I made it 99 cents on accident. Like, there's YouTube videos for that. And you guys made it possible that it hit number one in its category. And it's still there today. So it just goes to show you how powerful it is to use any type of desire to take action. You don't have to feel like you're on top of your game all the time to still progress. And we have to really get over that coming and showing up as you are is sufficient, because you have one thing: you have the desire to leave the old and find the new, right? And so these little steps that you take, these action steps, whatever it is, something every day, gets you closer to your goal than you were yesterday. Okay? We need rest days, right? But when we're taking imperfect action, our rest days are not as they're not burnout days, right? There's a difference there. So in this video, I'm sharing my first November KDP income report. I should have started every video this year with my first, because it is my first. So I'm really excited. And I'll tell you that I had I always say that life is not linear, it is up and down. And that was definitely my KDP for this month. So my ads, I scaled back on my ads a little bit. I'm still tweaking some strategies to come up with. So I spent $904, and I was pretty happy with that. Last month, and I think the month before, it was over 1,000 by a little bit. So $100 is a great amount to be able to save, and my ACoS is still making profits. A lot of ad gurus have told me that I should increase my budgets and my bids to push to the higher end of this ACoS, to the break even. And my mindset is just not there yet. I am really wanting to make as much profits and less book sales as possible, if that makes sense. When you run ads, you're actually able to bring in more organic sales. So I might be leaving some money on the table, but I want to be a little bit more conservative in my aggressive scaling strategies, if that makes sense. And I'll share one with you at the end of this video, because you have to go at your own pace, but you also have to take calculated risks. So I could use all of my royalties on ads, but I'm just not there yet. I want to use some of that revenue, or that royalty, to learn more about KDP. So I would love to know what wins you had for November that are going to make a difference for you. I feel like learning about Book Bolt and Book Scout is a really big win for me that I'll use moving forward. And I'm really excited for those of you that snagged that offer as well for the 6 months of coaching. So November ads, $900. Okay. So November royalties were $5,744.34. Last month it was 5,770. And if you look at November 5th and 6th, and November 7th was almost a 0 day, and November 11th was almost a 0 day. So the 6th through the 14th was really disheartening for me. I had to take steps back to recognize, like, I cannot tie my worth to generating royalties because I barely have any power over it, right? And you guys saw those updates, like, what's going on with Amazon? We don't know. We do know that employees were laid off, but we don't know where they were laid off. We don't know if it was printing. We don't know. I mean, it just is what it is, right? So if you guys noticed, in November, I started coaching you guys more, giving you more support, because I needed to focus on something else. And I always love focusing on other people when I have a problem. It helps me heal. So I was really grateful that it picked back up and that it worked with my ads. And so if we take our ad spend from our royalties, we came in at $4,840. I don't really take the time to break down the expenses. If you'd like me to do that, I can. But I use Canva in my coaching program and my digital marketing, that it's not really an expense it's an overall expense for me in a business, but it's not a KDP expense for me. And so I would probably include just the monthly software things. Loom, that I think I'm getting you guys a coupon code for Loom. That's what I'm making this video with my little face in the corner. I'm going to be using Loom more to teach how to create books quickly. You might be like, how is that possible? But it's helped me, so I'm going to dive into that. And anyway, so this morning, this is December, and this was when I woke up. I could not believe this ACOS. So I have decided, after so many of you have asked me to do a masterclass on ads, I think that we just need to do it so I can share the 4 or 5 strategies that I have learned and also customized for my own account to be able to figure out these little niches that are taking off with ads. I don't think I would be doing as well as I am without ads. I am really grateful to learn them. And I think that there are some mindsets that we need to overcome when we think about ads. And I think that those are good problems to have. It's okay, right? And the great thing is that there's always a pause button on an ad. So I think my ads were paused 2 times in November. 1, I think I had the wrong card set up. And so Amazon let me know, like, hey, we can't process this. So I had to update that. You know, when you get a new credit card or business credit card and you forget where your debit card's set up all over the internet. So that didn't affect it. So there is an algorithm that is always working. And when you are putting money into it, it's like a snake, right? Like, it's moving around, it's looking for your customers. I actually don't know if it's a snake. It's probably like a labyrinth maze that's like 3-dimensional, right? I'm sure it's so crazy. Algorithms are just so crazy. But with my experience with Facebook ads, when I turned off an ad, I was always coached and told that it hurt the algorithm. Like, you shouldn't turn off ads and then turn them back on. And I did experience that firsthand with Facebook ads. So it was always like, we're all in, it's all or nothing. Like, we have to make this work. And with Facebook ads, you pay for impressions. So every time your book is shown, every time your ad, whatever product you're selling, every time it's shown to somebody, even if it's the wrong person, you get charged. That's not the case on Amazon. Amazon showed my books to 1.4 million people this month, and I did not pay them a dime to do that. I only paid them when the customer made the decision to click on my book. Now, that's called the click-through rate. That's called the CTR. When you have a CTR that's high, that means people like your cover and they like your description. So I actually like turning on ads for books that haven't sold because of that reason. It gives me data and it gives me information. And you guys know what I say, right? Information leads to inspiration. So I'm sorry, I was not trying to make this about ads, but I was really excited to share this with you guys. And it kind of made me wonder, I do YouTube posts about my low ACOS, but if you think it's valuable for me to share, you know how people do daily income, if you think it'd be valuable for me to show daily ads so you can see that some days I make zero and then some days I wake up and I've spent 66 cents and made, 141. Those are sales, not royalties, but I still think those are important wins to celebrate. So thank you also to all of you who show up imperfectly and you're doing the best that you can. That's all that is required of you, right? Is just effort to do better than you did the day before. Don't be hard on yourself. It's not linear. It's up and down. It's just like this, right? Like we all have those periods of our life where it's just we're down, we're down, we're down. We peak, we're up, right? My book that's best selling right now on Amazon, it's 99 cents. So if you'd like to help us really drive up the stats on that, go buy it, the 99 cent, or buy the paperback copy. That book's not always going to be up there, right? Even our books that we sell are linear. They're not linear. It goes up and down, right? Like also that's a big functioning aspect that God gave us, right? Our heartbeats are not linear. There is a rhythm in the world and it's okay. And so don't go against nature. Don't go against your own heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Like it's up and it's down and it's okay. That's why we take periods to sleep. We can't just be all straight lined, right? That's actually a sign of death, right? So keep up your hard work and keep being smart about your time because it is in the smarts, it is in those times where you realize, oh, I'm repurposing, I'm doing the things that bring me joy. That's irreplaceable. Love you guys. Peace out.